Hello and welcome to a bonus video for Sorcerian. I know I kind of explained it last time, but I figured I was going to show how to create a full immortal party for your game of Sorcerian. So first what you do is you create an elf, and you just advance time for 100 years. It actually doesn't take all that long because, you know, the screen just pops up and down. So we're at 48, 49. Yeah, not much happens during this first bit. But, yeah, things will get better real soon. 80s. You can see it in the upper right-hand corner. Up to his 90s. And we want to get the elf up to 116 years old. Because dwarves get to old age at 100. Elves get to old age at 200. And everyone starts at 16 years old. So I'm going to create a dwarf. Doesn't matter, you know. Actually, none of the classes matter, because, really that just determines your starting stats. Anyone can eventually pick up anything else. Now, we are going to create another, character we're never actually going to use. An elf, which I gave the name Moneybags, because this is a person who is only designed to raise money in order to have enough cash to resurrect people from the dead. So at this time we and I also forgot to change Moneybags class, so thief, which gives 18 gold pieces. Yeah, very important. But we want to advance time by 44 years to make the elf 156 years old and the dwarf 56 years old. That way, the two human classes, the warrior and the wizard, can hit 60 at the same time as everyone else when they arrive to, you know, everyone hits old age at the exact same time. So, yep, 56, 156, and Moneybags doesn't matter. So, but as you can see, Moneybags also has 893 gold already. Kind of useful. So we are going to create our last two characters, Fighter and whatever. It doesn't matter what the stats are, really. And yep, complete that. And Wizard. I don't know, this game doesn't seem to like my mechanical keyboard, but yeah. Again, gender identity, class, none of that really matters aside from what species they are. Now we're going to advance time another 44 years. So that the humans are 60 years old, the dwarf is 100 years old, and the elf is 200. Yeah, it's very hard to kind of see it on the upper corner there. But yeah, 49, 50s. And I'm getting a little gun shy because you don't want to go over. Otherwise people start, you know, dying from old age. And then you'd have to restart. So, yep, 196. And we get to see everyone's kind of like middle-aged face here. And there we go. So, elf 200, dwarf 100. Moneybags is 100, but it doesn't really matter all that much. Fighter is 60, and Wizard is 60. So, all of that is good. Yay! Now, yeah, I'm going to be switching Moneybags' thing over to Fabric Maker to slowly increase her karma to hopefully bring down the cost of things. It doesn't work out quite as nice, but something's better than nothing. It's a good time to save your characters at this point. And then at this point I realized you cannot create a party that have no equipment, so off to town we go! So, yeah, elf, staff, robe, ring. Come again if you need anything. And the same for everybody else. Yeah, unfortunately going through these menus takes a while, especially for that stupid window to come across. So yeah, weapon, armor, and shield for the dwarf and fighter. Yep, not much to go at this point. Also, at this point, I show off, like, trying to buy armor for the wizard. A wizard has no need for armor. I don't know. Wizard could probably use armor. But, yeah. Can't buy it for the wizard. And then, just in case, for whatever reason, I think I just buy Moneybags a full setup. Notice Moneybags pays more because Moneybags' karma is way down. But organized party, fighter, wizard, dwarf, elf. And then we finally start the adventure. And we're going to do scenario 1. And from that, we'll do the Stolen Scepter. That little blip there was me looking up the map. And this is everyone's old sprite. Yep. And at this point, I forget how to actually, like, play the game. So, had to pause and look up the controls. But yeah, we grab the blue ball. It's kind of cool how the old fighter uses a sword as a cane. But yeah, this is not going to be all that important. And these are spikes. And if I hit the caps lock button, everyone's health becomes visible. And this is a long and boring process, especially since when you stand still, you automatically passively regenerate, which is good to know. So yeah, in order to get everyone to finally drop, it requires a lot of back and forth. This is also a pretty dull sequence, but all part of that, fantastic time to make sure that you get everyone prepped up for immortality. Yay, immortality! Everyone's in now the low teens, single digits. Wizard's the first to go. And I accidentally pick up the crystal. whatever. You have failed on your adventure. Please push any key to... And that kicks us back into the main menu. So, at this point, I want to advance time 20 years, precisely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1 teen, 2 teen, 3 teen, 14, 5 teen, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then head into town. Now, if I've done everything right, and also save first just in case, and probably save in a different slot. It's always a smart move. So, we'll take money bags to the magician, and we want to resurrect the dead. And as long as it says the chance for success is 10%, you're doing it right to get the immortality. Unfortunately, by it being 10%, it's not going to work all that often. This is what's called the terrible save abuse of this sequence, where you just continue to fail, reload. Every time the body turns to ashes, you fail and reload. It's long, it's boring, it is what we have to do. Failed again. And unfortunately, going through all these menus takes forever. So, yeah. Don't worry, you're not going to have to sit through all of this. Turn to ash again. As a result of the resurrection spell, this person is now immortal. Yep, I cut a lot of that stuff. And... yep. And if you go to... well, yeah, after you get a successful one, you save. Period. And then you continue on. Dwarf is now immortal. Fighter is now immortal. And at this point, I show off going to the temple to try to resurrect the dead. Problem is that this is based off of your karma, and I don't think it actually allows you to become immortal. On the bright side, it is free. Wizard. Turn to ashes, yep. But Wizard is now immortal. Yay! So now we've got 4 immortal members of the team. So at this point, we can say goodbye to Moneybags. Bye, Moneybags! Now I'm probably trying to figure something out. The next thing what we're going to want to do is create a magic item, in this case a staff or a cane, to do the rejuvenation spell. It takes a lot more time than I figured, but eventually I get it done. So yeah, as you can see, it takes some years. And at this point, I might as well start swapping around people's occupations just to, you know, make their stats a little bit different. I'm sure everyone's vitality is up to max because they've been a farmer for so long. And priest. Not a very, not a very gold-heavy, occupation. But, been 3 years, send the elf in, go to the magician, give back the item. Hey, gave her the magic you wanted. Yay! So we're going to now, enchant it with, Jupiter, I believe. Yep. So that's going to take another 3 years, which isn't too bad. So 1, 2, 3, back to town. So notice we've barely done anything in the game. Give it back, enchant, Cain, finally with the power of the sun. And notice it's starting to go up in price, 27. I think that might be partially the elf's karma going down, but I think that's mostly the more you enchant something, the more effort it takes. Now, at this point, I foolishly thought that I had the enchantment already set up. Actually, the whole use of de-aging characters is going to take up the most of the rest of the video, because it's a lot more complicated than I thought. So, we're going to attempt it at one point, and then eventually I'll figure out that E is the equip button at some point. There we go. And both the fighter, dwarf, and mage will have no magic selected, and the elf will use his wooden cane. Now, at this point I start tapping the enter button, which is the use magic button, and I am unknowingly casting the wrong spell. Also, you notice that magic point building takes a bit of time. I don't think there's any way for you to increase it besides changing the speed. Also, 9 is the slowest speed, and 0 is the fastest. So here I'm thinking I'm de-aging the fighter, which you can't really tell in the middle of a quest. They don't change the sprite during, which makes sense. And yeah, I apologize for the flashing, although this isn't nearly as bad as some other games. And yeah, having max speed and trying to change the order of your characters, not easy. But, yeah, I'm doing several things wrong here. One, I'm casting the wrong spell. Turns out what I did helped, but the enchantment that I've got on the cane currently is just normal heal, which is not a spell we want. We want a rejuvenation, which reduces a person's age by 1 year and their stats drop by 3, which I guess makes sense. Luckily, it's not that difficult, especially when you're immortal, to recover all of that. Another thing that's very interesting about the aging mechanic in this game is when you are when your character goes from young age to middle age to old age, their stats change. Typically, their physical stats drop and their mental stats increase. But yeah, also this is really annoying. As long as your party is together, you can't view individual characters. And yes, at this point I noticed, finally, everything I did was pointless. Yay! So, at this point I grumble and head back into town. And I think, oh yeah, maybe I'm just low on points. Luckily you gain experience points just by working. You don't need to like do combat or anything like that. So at this point I raise everyone's levels by turning in all the experience points that everyone's been collecting. And this is when I try it again. 175 close, but no banana. In order to cast the rejuvenation spell, you need at least 200. You also need the correct spell enchanted on a item, which I don't have. So, yeah. And for some reason, the fighter has less experience points than everyone else. That's a little annoying. So, at this point, I just, yeah, again, that's annoying. Didn't work. So, I want to say at this point, yep, I brought up my elf's MP to 200. Unfortunately, then I noticed the intelligence was -4, and like I said before, if your intelligence is below 0, you cannot cast spells. So, changed him to the merchant class and raised him to, 12 intelligence. More than enough. Except I'm still casting the wrong spell. Good. Yeah, saving will help. So at this point, let's see. Yep. Trying desperately to make sure everything goes through. And 5 and leave. Unfortunately, this too shall fail. Still really annoying. Fighter, still age 60. So at this point, I believe I finally get the yeah, correct item, or correct idea, and go and ask the town elder what to do, and I finally get rejuvenate onto my wooden cane. Yeah. Apparently I had no Mars enchanted on it, which was kind of weird. But at this point, finally, bring speed up to almost instantaneous. That's speed 0. And we will cast it 5 times just to show that it worked. At this point, you can cast it as much times as you want on any character to, bring them to whatever age you want them to be, because it's not going to change, because you are immortal. You know, here we are, born to be kings of the universe. But yeah, this band, view, fighter, age 55. And now we're down to normal beardy person. So that has improved a lot of things. So at this point, you can increase your skills by just going into the training field to just raise any skill by 5. Weapons, magic defense, all of those increase one of your skills by 5. And yeah, depending on your karma is how much you're going to be spending on it. Also, not just karma, but also how low or high your stat is. But yeah, finish training, finish training, finish training, finish training. Yay! But yeah, notice no one has changed ages at all, so at this point you just continue doing a bunch of stuff. And that's how you make powerful characters. Have a good one.